That's what most of life feels like now. Not for anything specific, just something. Something to change, something to click, something to load that never does. I thought staring at it long enough might answer something, but all it does is stare back, like it's asking me if I'm still trying. And I don't know. I try to write it out sometimes, just one sentence, one truth, but the pen doesn't make it feel real, not like the weight that's on my chest does. So I dress up the ache, paint my face that might pass for okay, but even masks crack, even performers break character. There's no performance when you're the only one watching, but the echo of silence you can't drown out. Sleep used to be an escape. Now it's just another screen that won't load. But I have to be alone with me. Maybe I can still move. Maybe I can still feel. Even if no one's watching. Even if the loading never ends. I'm still here. And that has to count for something, right? We have to learn to be okay in the silence of our own company. This is something that we all of us struggle with, especially when you come from a big family or you're used to having your friends around 24 fucking 7. When you are isolated, and not necessarily like, you're isolated for days on end, but like say you live alone like I do, you come home, nobody's there. You have something you want to talk about, nobody's there. Yeah, we live in 2025 and you can pick up a phone real quick and be like, hey bro, or hey bitch, whatever you want to do. But still, there's something about being by yourself that sometimes can make you just kind of spiral or go down a rabbit hole sometimes. Like it's just something about it. Something about the silence can really get to you. And especially when you have nothing else to really do. And if you really end up having no one to talk to or no one to call, it can be a lot. Sometimes it can send people into depressions. And this is something that we need to learn to be okay with. I'm not saying that, you need to isolate yourself 24/7. It's going to be amazing. You're going to find comfort in it. And no, none of that. But we do need to start being comfortable with being in our own company and not relying so heavily on others to be there to make us feel okay or to push down the things that we don't want to think or talk about most of the time because you cover it up with the company that you keep. That's not the way to move about life. You need to start sitting with yourself and sitting with those feelings because all these things honestly need to be addressed. Now, whether they're sad, happy, medium, whatever it is, you need to sit with yourself sometimes because you can honestly overstimulate yourself without even knowing it. It's crazy, I know, it sounds wild. By being around all your people, it's like, yeah, it's cool, it's fun, and it's amazing a lot of the time. But when you are constantly never by yourself, it's going to start doing something to you because you're not really addressing everything that's going on within you and taking that personal time to be with self. Because sometimes you need to have a conversation with yourself. Figure out what's going on with you. It doesn't have to be bad, but just start addressing everything. Okay, well, this made me feel really happy. I'm so happy I've accomplished this, or these are things I need to work on. Let me go work on these. These relationships that I formed are amazing. Let me revel in what I formed and all this stuff. Everything that's making up the life that you're living, you maybe have a conversation with yourself about it and appreciate it, or start working through it if there's problems that you need to address. Because sometimes you can cover up everything with the company that you keep. And it's not that they do it intentionally, it's not that you do it intentionally, but when you realize how much you've been around people and when you start to be by yourself, it's such a 360 that it's hard to adjust to. It can make you feel as though you're isolated, that maybe you don't want to be around people and that no one wants to be around you. And it can drive you crazy. So you need to be comfortable with both sides of the coin. Life is a give and take. You have to give and you have to take. Take some of your personal time back, and sometimes you can give yourself to others and enjoy the time that you spend with them. That's how life goes. If you're not comfortable with being by yourself, if you're not comfortable with sitting in the silence, if you're not comfortable with you being your own best friend in your own company, then you're never gonna be okay with anything else. And while you have the time to yourself, if you are single and you have no kids, even if you're in a relationship and you don't have any kids and you can really just be by yourself sometimes, take the time for yourself, because there's not gonna be time at one point in your life for you to do that anymore. At one point or another, you're gonna start having a family. Even if you don't have a family, you're gonna have hella cats, you're gonna have hella dogs, you're gonna, or if anything, have hella friends and be that fun aunt, fun uncle, or whatever the fuck it is in the friend group. That you're just gonna start surrounding yourself with so many other things that you're not gonna be able to appreciate time by yourself anymore. So you want to take and revel in as much time as you can get alone, as much as possible. Don't be afraid to dance by yourself. Don't be afraid to sing out loud in the areas that you're in the car that you have when you are by yourself. Start doing things for you. Enjoy what you do. Go do the things that you love to do. Like, I love to paint. I will spend my time painting. If I want to go cook, I've been picking up cooking like a motherfucker. I love to cook. I'm going to go cook me a meal. I'm going to go sit in my room, eat my food at my little table, and watch a movie that I love to watch. Go spend some personal time with yourself. Date yourself. Take yourself outside. Go have dinner by yourself. Go watch a movie by yourself. Whatever you need to do to be okay with being by yourself, go ahead and do it, because it's not even, honestly, it's not even the fact that you're not okay with being by yourself, because you can be okay with being by yourself, but feeling comfortable being by yourself is the biggest problem. Because I can spend time with myself sometimes. I don't mind it. Like, it's fine. Like, I've been chilling. But I can find a lot of discomfort in that. There's a lot of discomfort in the silence that's around me. So much so, sometimes I just want to pick up the phone and call my sisters, or call my brother, or call my friends. And sometimes you don't need to do that. I mean, you can if you have something you want to talk about. I feel it. But sometimes you don't need to. You're just uncomfortable with the silence. It's like when you're trying to meditate. You know, when you're trying to meditate and you're trying to be quiet, you're trying to be calm, trying to be zen, but all of a sudden your brain just starts running in fucking circles, a whole marathon if you fucking let it. But you're thinking of everything, doing everything in your mind other than just silence. Nothing. And that's what it's like sitting by yourself sometimes. It's hard. Especially when you try to sleep, like in the video. Sleep is a comfort. Sleep is supposed to be a comfort. It's supposed to be almost like a getaway in a way that you are just at peace. You can rest, you wake up rejuvenated, or you're supposed to. But when you have no comfort with yourself, even sleep can feel like a battle, because you're fighting with yourself. It's just a constant battle no matter what you do. Now you're tossing, now you're turning, now you're thinking, now you're this, that, and the third. Now you gotta get up and do this, that. It's too much. Learn to be comfortable with the silence. Learn to be comfortable being by yourself. Learn to be comfortable in the area that you're in, so you can be at peace within the life that you're living. Because when you are constantly arguing or battling with yourself in your head, your spirit is doing it with your physical body. And it's not helping you. It's making things harder on you. So pick up the things that you love to do. Like I said, find your hobbies. Find things that you just love to watch. I don't know what it is, but whatever you need to do. If you need to stand in the mirror and start talking to yourself and telling yourself that you are this, that, and the third, go ahead and do that to make yourself feel a little more up. Boost your self-esteem. Why not? And then so when you go out into the world, and when you go hang out with all these people and you hang around your family, you are just the best version of yourself, because you're healing within yourself. Now, it doesn't have to be, like I said, you don't have to be trying to talk all these negative things through if you don't have that many problems going on. Not everybody does. But being the best version of yourself is just being okay with being yourself, knowing everything that you stand for, going over your morals, going over your values, going over how you want people to perceive you out in the world, how you want you to perceive yourself, and then going out and doing all of that. But when you are covering up your whole life with just being around hella fucking people, then it's harder for you to get to know yourself in that way. And then when you're outside and you're around all these people and you're around all your family, then you're just projecting yourself with a mask on. Your mask is not meant to be worn all the time. Maybe as a child you're supposed to wear it so you can start feeling comfortable out in this world. But at one point your mask does have to crack. You're gonna have to let down that barrier and that guard with the world around you. Even though you may feel comfortable with it, you're not. Because you're not letting people see you for truly who you are. But are you even letting yourself see you for who you truly are? You're not, because you're not spending time by yourself to get to know who you are. That's what the time alone does. It lets you know who you are to yourself. So then you can go out into the world and stand on your boundaries and stand on your values and just tell people how the fuck it is. Being you, not being a pushover, not being somebody who's sugarcoating everything. Because you know who you are and what you stand for and how you are moving within the life that you are living. You are the main character. Act like it. But you have to build that background story. You have to know who that character is, every aspect of them. So that's you spending time with yourself to getting to know who you are. Embody it. The time is so precious. We don't get a lot of it, so you have to spend it right. Ooh, that doesn't taste good. This is wine. I'm not a wine girl. But back to conversation. There's gonna be a time in life when you are old as a motherfucker. Old as a motherfucker. And I'm, gonna make my YouTube videos up to that point, motherfucker. We're gonna see the progression. But you're gonna be sitting by yourself at one point or another when you're old as fuck. Old as fuck. And you're gonna just relive the life that you had. And sometimes you're gonna think back and just be like, wow, why did I do that? Why did I say this? Why did I break my boundary down for somebody who was like this? Why did I not stand up for myself? Why did I not stand up for them? Because you were not secure in who you were and what you stood for. You're gonna start thinking, why didn't I spend more time alone? Why didn't I get to know me for me? Because this is the only person that you're really gonna know in and out, like through and through. You are the only person that you get to know on this level. So why not get to know yourself on that level? You're gonna start thinking back to, wow, I was such an amazing person. I maybe wish I would have spent more time with myself. You need to start just breaking down pieces of your day to do that. You don't have to be completely isolated. That is not what I'm promoting. I say live your life. I say go hang out with your friends. I say go do what you want to do in this world. Don't ever stop that for nobody. But when you get the time to be by yourself, be by yourself. When you're feeling overstimulated by the world around you, go take a time out and sit with yourself. It could even be in your car, at a park. Go take the time that you need for you. Because I do this all the time. I will give myself to everybody in the world with all my time. If you need this, I got you. If you need me to be here, I got you. If you got this going on, I will come help you. Whatever it is, I will be there for you because that's the type of person that I am. My family is my number one. But sometimes you have to take a break. If you are having too much on your plate, scoop some off into the trash, okay? Not all of it needs to be on there. If you need to help somebody, all right, cool. If you have 5 minutes where y'all just cruising around, hey, give me 1 second. Let me just step out of the car real quick. Let me just center myself because I have a lot going on. Take the time out for yourself. If anybody says anything about you doing that, fuck them. Fuck them, because you don't understand the importance of being around yourself and understanding how you're feeling and also nurturing that feeling within you to being okay with feeling overstimulated and addressing why you are feeling that way. You need to start addressing your emotions with yourself. And like I said, if you have others around you that are not okay with that, then they can go suck a motherfucking hobo's toe. I don't care. Because they're not you. They don't need to feel that. They don't need to address it. Whatever the fuck them. Let them do them. But you need to take care of you first. That's the only thing that matters. So I want you guys to start appreciating the time that you have within yourself. Don't fight yourself while you're in that space. Yeah, sometimes things can feel fucking repetitive, especially when you are by yourself a lot of the time and you don't have a lot of friends, and you don't have a lot of family. But make the most of it. Why not? Go have a dance party in your room. Go cook that meal. Go turn up. Go read a book. Do whatever you want to do. Go make that painting. Enjoy being with yourself. Because that's the only person that's really going to love that feeling as much as you know to love that feeling. If you know what I mean. I don't know if that made sense, but it made sense in here. So it's going to make sense to you. I hope if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But that's what I say to do. I'm not going to say, like I said, remove yourself from everything and everyone around you. Fuck no. Never do that. They are a big fucking importance in your life. But please go within and address anything if you're ever feeling overstimulated, if you're ever feeling as though you have things you need to work through, whether it be good, bad, or another, it doesn't matter, but take care of yourself first. Be okay and enjoy your own energy. I hope you enjoyed that video. I want to start doing more things like that. Like I said, let me know down in the comments how it went. I don't know. I think it turned out good, but let me know if you want to see more of that or not. Whatever it is, I want to try new things. Love you guys. I will catch you guys in another video. Until then, it's your girl Imani Rena. I'm going to sip my wine and I will see you later. Signing off.